Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here once again. We are looking ahead to today's slate for the 18th of January. As normal, hopefully you guys all did pretty good yesterday. If you guys do go on to like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that sub button as well. I didn't get to play for money yesterday, but we did very good on a very high scoring day. We scored a 388.1, as you guys can see right there. I went with Lillard, the guy that I was telling you guys about. I went with Fred VanVleet. I told you guys I was a little iffy on him. Didn't know if he was going to bounce back, but a lot of value opened up with Irving being out, so just decided to go that way, and obviously he popped off. I told you guys I like Drew Holiday with the 61.7, Curry obviously with Irving being out, and it also opened up T.J. Warren because they need production off the bench. Because Curry moved over to the starting lineup. Grayson Allen, I really wasn't going to go that way, but some of my projections started liking him. Had him at 26.5, so I was a little hesitant on it, but I put him in there. And thankfully, this is a really high scoring game in Toronto, so it scored a 34-5. Ben Simmons, very popular, 49.5. Porters, I told you guys I wasn't really high on him, but I went with my projections, and he didn't do that great. 24.9, and then Claxton popped off for 46.2. So overall, stay with my gut. Went with my projections on Portis and kind of screwed me. So besides that, still a very good night. So if you guys want to come join us, $7 for day pass or $50 for the rest of the season. If you want to get in, message us on the Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. So let's go get into it today. A couple injuries, obviously, to be looking at. So let's go through this. We're going to go through it relatively quickly. We got Washington and New York at 222 and 222.5 in New York by 6 in this one. Yeah, I don't know. It's a 222.5. Guys, obviously, guys to look at Randall Porzingis, Brunson, Kuzma. Do I want any of these guys? Not really. I mean, I'd probably give the edge to Randall or Brunson here, but none of those guys are really must-haves. I think I'm gonna skip over this game. They're good, but I'm looking for upside, and I don't see a ton of upside. Like I said, Randall and Brunson always can go off, but. I don't know. It's a 222. I don't really like that game. I don't. So I'll probably be really moving on from that one. A lot better games out there. I like this Dallas Atlanta game, 234 and Dallas by 2. So this one should be good. Luka's gonna be back, so definitely got to be putting him on your radar. Young, solid play. Dejounte Murray, as we know, one of those guys that either can pop off or not do that great. But 8,400 in a good spot, man. I could easily see him getting 42 to 50 in this one. Christian Wood been playing a lot better at 8,300 and played a little bit more minutes as you've seen there. So another guy to be looking at 8.3. I would probably pick Murray. I feel like Murray has a little bit more upside than Christian Wood here. And then we got Okagwu and a Capella. They're both playing, so I'm just not a big fan of that. Tim Hardaway's going to be out. And if Finney Smith, let's go look at Finney. He's expected to return. I was going to say if they're both out, you could take a massive GPP with Reggie Bullock, but this dude is just trash. But once in a while, he has an okay game. Maybe put him in there in a GPP only, but I just don't like that dude that much. So, but yeah, I mean, you can look at DeAndre Bogdanovich. A lot of those guys are in play. So maybe one or two from that Atlanta game for sure. Cleveland and Memphis, we have no Donovan Mitchell. He is doubtful in this game. Let's go look at the total. We have a 228 Memphis by 7. So another one of those games. I really don't know how much I'm gonna have. Garland's obviously in a good spot. A lot more usage rate. Jared Allen's in a better spot as well. Karis LeVert's in a good spot, but that guy's always all over the place. So another one of those games I don't think I'm going to have a ton in. Jackson, John Morant, just two very solid plays for sure. But without Mitchell, man, I just don't know how competitive this game's going to be. Um, so I don't mind this game, like say Garland, Jackson, Morant, as I mentioned, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to see how the projections are liking it because for me personally, I'm a little iffy on picking that game. Let's go look at the next one. We have Indiana and Oklahoma City. This one, on the other hand, should be a good one. We have a 239.5. That's massive total and a 4 spread by OKC. So, yeah, like a game like this, it's going to be popular, but it's a good one. You got Shea at 10-1. I would definitely take Shea, Miles Turner. Both those guys are in play. McConnell's been playing out of his mind. He is 7'6", and he hasn't been starting, and he hasn't really been playing massive minutes. He did against Milwaukee. Played a little bit more minutes, but yeah, I think he's more of a cash game play. Don't really have that GPP upside anymore with McConnell. If he gets you 56, yeah, that's awesome. But um, I just don't know. 7'6" is getting up there. If he starts for some reason, I like him, but I don't think he will. But yeah, I don't know, man. A guy playing 28 to 30 minutes at 7'6", I don't know. He's in a good spot. I'll probably have him in a couple lineups, but it worries me a little bit. Jalen Williams not in a bad spot. Andrew Newbard, another guy that could probably go get you 25, 26 in this game. Not really a massive usage guy, but you can look at him. Benedict Mathurin as well. At 5'5", as we know, a guy that loves to shoot the ball. His minutes have been all over the place, but if he starts, another guy that you could be looking at. Buddy Hield, another guy for 25, 30. But I think the main guy here it's going to be for Indiana has got to be looking at Miles Turner and obviously McConnell. And over there, like I said, for OKC, Shea Gilgeous and a little bit of Jalen Williams are the two guys I'm looking at. But definitely, Shea's probably one of my top targets on the slate. New Orleans and Miami should be like a 220, 221, 222 here. 219, Miami by 3. Another one of those kind of games. Jimmy Butler's all right here. Bam's all right, but I really don't have a ton in this game. Victor Oladipo, 6,200. Kind of like, McConnell, right? Both solid plays. Both have been playing pretty well recently. Oladipo has been playing more minutes. Um, at 6'2", a guy to look at, but I don't know. It's just a 219. I'm just about this game. It just doesn't have a ton to it. Charlotte and Houston. This one's should be a pretty good one. Both these teams don't really play defense. We have 237. Charlotte by 2. Keep an eye on Michael Porter. Sorry, Kevin Porter in this game. If for some reason he does not play, obviously that gives you the green light for Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Kenyon Martin. Probably one of my favorite plays if depending on what's going on with Porter. Even Eason as well. Doesn't play a ton of minutes, but as we know, this is a guy that can pop off in small amount of time. So he's solid in some of your GPP plays. Moving over here, we got LaMelo. Should be popular. Really good spot. Sengun's been playing out of his mind and not too scared of Charlotte here. Plumlee, I think another guy can get you 35 in this one. PJ Washington, Jalen McDaniels. I think both those guys are your GPP guys, boom or bust players, for sure. PJ's been like that his entire career. He's either good or he sucks. Clippers in Utah. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on here. George is out. We'll have to see if they play Kawhi here on the back-to-back. I know they want to. If Markkaden's out again, Walker Kessler could be in the play, but he's 7'9", which is kind of a lot for me. I think I really like Norman Powell at 6,000 here against Utah. Terrence Mann, another guy, can get you 25 to 28. But overall, I don't have a massive amount of guys in that game. If Kawhi's out for some reason, then that definitely opens it up. Minnesota and Denver, we have Edwards questionable, Rudy questionable. So that could open up some value there for Minnesota and also open up a massive blowout. Yeah, I mean, if those guys are out, it opens up a little bit for Kyle Anderson, Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, Jalen Noel, opens up a little bit. But, I mean, if those guys do play, Edwards comes into play, and Jokic isn't too bad, but I don't know if he's a must-have here tonight. And then we got Lakers and Sacramento. If LeBron plays, probably your best stud out there. He's been just absolutely rolling right now. These guys just played a little bit ago. Sabonis, really good spot. Westbrook, really good value. Those are the main guys to look at. Even Wayne Gabriel's been doing better. Price has came up on him, though. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. So I did skim through that pretty quickly, but I'm really liking this slate. So I do like Luka, but I think you can take the discount on Shea. And once again, you could be looking at LaMelo Ball. If you don't want to spend up for LaMelo, don't worry about it. You got Russell Westbrook. He's been playing a little bit better. TJ McConnell, Jalen Green, like I said, depending on what's going on over there with Houston. Definitely do like a couple Houston players if Porter's out. And as I mentioned, Alfred Sengun. Finnegan, or however you say his name. Martin over there as well. Like I said, this all depends on what's going on with Kevin Porter, but a lot of chalky value out there today. Um, Shooting guard, as I mentioned, Dejounte Murray, Garland, some pretty good players over there in that area. As I mentioned, LeBron's probably one of my top plays if you can get him in there. Um, Benedict Mathurin as well. Miles Turner, another solid play. Like I said, I would take Turner over Sabonis if you have to save the salary, because he's only 8,100. So, like I said, a really solid option there. And like I said, guessing some value is going to open up throughout the day. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I'm really liking this slate as normal. If you guys want to come join us, only $7 for the day pass or $50 for the rest of the NBA season. Like I said, didn't get to play last night, but scored a 388.1 for premium. So yeah, if you guys want to get in, check us out on Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you have any questions, hit us up on our Twitter. And yeah, all right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.